Amazon 2-day ship. Good morning. We're not doing a video on that one. Hold it. What's that racket? Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. You're watching Shelby Exotics and I'm Ryan and we're going to talk about brakes today. We have a brand new set of brakes which have been a struggle for this car this season, trying to keep basically components of the brake system functioning properly, like the rotors. You'll see a previous video that I did I think about a month ago. Okay guys, your rotors, when inspecting them you're looking like, oh yeah, Warren, that's normal. Ooh, that's not really normal. And for the epic fail, that is a storm. All the way out to the edge, all the way through the material. Yeah, that's called Ryan could have died, Tam. Where I changed over to the, I don't even remember what they're called, gyro disc. Either way, they're coming off. But we changed over to the gyro disc, which we had some collision issues even after putting the shims in with the rotor. That's not supposed to be there. See where it's shiny up on top right there? That's a collision point between the caliper or the pad and the rotor. Probably my fault, not enough shims. But it was clear by the minimum distance of 40 thousandths, so I don't know why it still hit. And same thing on the rear. The rears did not hit the hat, but they did come completely apart. So we just had issues with these brakes. We didn't really have issues with the stock GT350 brakes. We just changed them because that's what we do. We're trying to find something better, right? Well, I have had my eye on the prize with this car, which kind of started as the FP350S. You guys can Google that, and I'll put a quick shot of that in here. We only made 50 of those, and Watson Racing built them for Ford. So we contacted Watson Racing, asked them if they would build us a car of our own design. In collaboration with them to figure out what was the weak points of the FP350S and also try to borrow some technology from the GT4 car. But the GT4 car has always been what's excited me. When that lead foot gray with the blue and black stripes came out, very similar to the car that you see racing at NASA in the ST2 series against us, that car really got me excited. We don't have the GT4 wing. I've got the APR Performance wing on this, but we're talking about brakes today. So let's jump right into that. The boxes are here. They have arrived. It's time. You're a YouTube star in the waiting. You're one video away from 1 million subscribers. I'm telling you. David, what do we got here?
We have brand new Shelby rotors and brake pads.
And calipers.
And calipers, yes.
First of its kind released to the public in the country.
So what do these go on?
Normally
what are they intended for originally?
It's a good question. They are intended for the Mustang GT4 race car. So they were developed with Brembo and their division, which is called Race Technologies. And so this is what's been on the race teams, the GT4 race teams that have won races in IMSA and in Trans Am. And Rally World Challenge as well.
So they should be worthy of any road course around here.
They should be more than worthy of any club racing that we're going to do. So we were told by Brembo to do a unboxing video because Brembo does spend a tremendous amount of money on their packaging for a race team that they've only produced I don't know how many sets. I would guess a dozen, maybe. I got to think it's pretty rare. So it's kind of a cool thing to be able to have these and be able to get a hold of the right people. Because we struggled on brakes since we took the stock ones off. Not that the stock ones probably wouldn't still work today.
Well, they've got a lot of labeling on here. You can see the part number and the fact that this is no pads on it.
Yep, got no pads, got some part numbers.
Same.
Which they ship the pads
same number
separate.
all the way around.
They did ship the pads separate, which I have. Are those out in the truck? Did I ever take them out of the truck? I'm gonna go see. Shit. Looks like we accidentally left the brake pads in the car, so we're gonna grab those real quick. So you can see what kind of level of loving these brakes are set up for. Don't worry, she's going into storage today. Pads. Yeah, that mullet.
Holy crap.
Supersizers, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think of them apples? They're bigger than Mullet's head. Yeah, move your head over here, Mullet. Over here. They're just about the same size. Wow. Crazy. All right, you excited, Dustin? I'm kind of pumped about this. All right, box number one. We'll start with the small one. All right, so this is the brake fluid LCF 600 plus low compressibility brake fluid. And they said that was critical to run this particular fluid in this system. Brembo Racing, check that out. For racing purposes only, it's right there on the packaging. Like that.
Race standard DOT number 3, right?
Race purpose. All right.
So you're going to have to drain your whole system then.
Yeah, you got to purge the whole thing. Which is not a big deal. I've got one of those compressed air bleeder deals. It just takes a while. All right.
Let's lift her up.
Ready? That is fancy. Look at that. It's pretty slick. Be careful, see which way this opens. All right, so we're gonna get. You guys are gonna see it first. So here is the new brake set. The Shelby GT350 TR for next season. Oh, it's more boxes. Keep going.
Looks very professional in packaging, though.
Very well done. I feel important right now. All right, so we got racing in our hearts, performance on our minds. All right, so here we go. In here we have, ooh, holy hell.
Looks special.
That does look special, doesn't it? Look how
Look
light
at
that is.
Look at the width on that thing.
Isn't that crazy?
Big set of cow.
Well, those pads.
Those pads are an inch thick.
Yeah,
An inch thick of just the friction material. Isn't that amazingly light?
it is.
And that is unsprung mass. It's not rotational, but that's unsprung mass. So we went from 97 pounds down to 41 pounds on the entire brake system. Wow. And that's just the front.
It still uses the, does it still use stock alignment pins?
It's got different mounting brackets.
It does have different.
Yeah. But they are tailored for the GT350.
Ooh.
Cool.
So here
Yeah,
we
turn that
have-
Brembo up
Oh,
there
yeah.
so you can see it again there. Oh, yeah.
That is sweet. That's an impressive looking caliper, isn't it, Marty? In your professional maintenance opinion? Look how fine it is, too. And then in here we've got, we ship it with the appropriate fittings. These are the mounting studs, braided steel lines. Makes sense. And clear tube.
For something.
Something important on you.
Leader. Yeah, probably get the oil away from the
I'm guessing.
pads.
I know what this is.
Yeah, that's going to be heavier.
Rotational rotors. Sorry, Brembo. That's where your packaging ends up. All right.
Before you mix all these up, that's the right rotor right there.
Right rotor and caliper, right?
Yeah, this is the left.
Thank you, Marty. The rotor. The rotor. Wow. And this is the right, you said?
Yeah.
Gosh, that looks like it. Nope, it's billet. I was gonna say it feels like forged. It must be just anodized. Just has that rough texture to it. It's got double veining all through it. It's actually pretty light. It does, doesn't it? It's got to be some kind of matched set because this rotor was specific to the pad as well.
That's a giant rotor for the size car that the
So
GT350
your
is.
rotation.
How thick that is? Yeah. Well, let's get to where you actually can see it. That'd probably be good. Them's thick. Them's are thick. Rotors are 15 1/4 inch.
Is okay, you've got right front on there too, so
Yep.
but your rotation is showing on the caliper.
Rotation here.
Yeah.
Kit.
So that's all we gotta do, just like a little kid. Just do toy unboxing videos. Here we go.
Perfect. Okay, installation instructions.
There we go.
Bedding instructions, post-installation notes, important Brembo GT systems. So we'll go through this in detail during the install. We've got, it's called a Gran Turismo brake system. Gran Turismo. So apparently it has gaming references. PlayStation might be involved. Yeah, they get into a lot of detail here, so. Checklist.
Not based on an Italian race at all.
Yeah, Turismo's German, right? Let's see here. Pad set. That's our. We already had the pad set. You guys have seen those. There it is. Ford Mustang Shelby GT350. S550 front. Only available. Finish First Motorsports. Shelby Exotics. Bent the rules to get these, by golly. Left side. That's just amazingly light. There's just nothing to them. Look at that width. That's what's amazing. And the fact that this can stay together, it feels fragile. Doesn't it? For what it does? I mean,
Well, it feels lightweight for what it does for sure.
I like these pad pins are screwed in too. That's that pad retainer's been a bane of my existence. And the skinny Brembos. Close those up. God, what do we got here,
There's the pins in the braided cable. Pins, braided cables. Mounting brackets, studs. Okay. next side. Back up later. And then we got our big dog.
And left side rotor. Not even slotted or drilled, just grooved, not even slotted or drilled. Cool. Just got grooves cut in. That is the GT4 setup.
Now you gotta put it on the car and see if it stands around her nose.
She ought to, man. That's the pads are just ridiculous. You know, something weird about this whole racing deal, and I kind of want my company to get to that level where I have to call and talk somebody into taking my money. Just feels a little weird. But when your product is that damn good, that's how it should work. I do believe you should be able to select your customers accordingly to make sure your product is represented in the best possible way. And you don't want some yahoo out there doing something stupid with it and then blaming your product for it, right? But I think that's pretty cool that this division of Brembo brakes is that exclusive. And thank you very much, Race Technologies. I really appreciate it. Danny, you are a rock star. You got this done, and you are the one that made this happen. So thank you very much. We will see you at SEMA. And many, many thanks to Brembo for hooking us up with such an outstanding brake kit. And after seeing Rowdy's brakes, I knew something out there had to exist. And Brembo pulled through in a punch. That was actually the reason I bought Rowdy, was to look at what was out there, what NASCAR had been using, and be able to apply that to the road course. And we're no dummies around here, you know? I mean, I like to not reinvent the wheel, but perhaps use the wheel that somebody perfected. So anyway, thanks for joining us today. We do appreciate it here on Shelby Exotics. If this is your first time here, please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, make sure you stick around. It'll change your life.